Good morning traders, Joseph here from Eightcap. Welcome to the start of a new trading week. We're just looking at Bitcoin at the moment. So Bitcoin had an interesting weekend. It does trade over the weekend, but I'm sure the majority of people out there know that. But some brokers, including us, quote from Monday to the end of the New York session on Saturday. So we can see that it had a almighty gap lower, and that's including the weekend trade. So it lost just over 5.5% over the weekend. But this morning so far, buyers have been pulling back some of those losses. We're seeing a rally at the moment of around 1.47%, but it was trading up to 2.35% earlier today. Now, this is slightly interesting as it's been a bit of a key break momentum. We can see this trend here has been beaten, but the overall trend at the moment still just holds, and looking down to that longer medium-term trend, it still holds as well. So overall, still buyers are holding, the longer-term momentum, but on the short term at the moment, it's definitely in the seller's favour. So we will give this a bit of time to see if we get a new lower high, suggesting a bit more of a deeper counter rally, and excuse me, we'll see how that shapes up after a bit more price action goes through into this current move after the weekend. So just having a look at oil. So oil finished the week on a very strong note. Basically had its best week of 2020, and we saw a very strong 4.75% gain for last week, but the market still does remain in this quite aggressive short to medium term downtrend, and we will see how, if we do see a further rally, like how buyers react once we get to this point here at 53 to 53.15 area, if we see any new resistance come in. So that was really the start of that final decline. So there was a bit of a rejected rally there. So we'd like to see if there's still going to be any fresh supply in this area. Market will come online in around half an hour, and we'll see if we do have an extension high to continue on from the buying momentum that we saw last week. Overall this morning though, markets are a bit flat basically to the USD, and flat really as well to the JPY. There's not a lot of direction so far this morning, so that's with no real key data coming out just after weekend trade. So, and another thing was the weekend finished on pretty flat data out of the US. So sales data came in basically around what was expected, so in the US. So just finally, just jumping onto the ASX this morning, we did see a bit of a fight from buyers, but that's been put down, and we're seeing a bit of a sell-off, very minor sell-off at this stage in the morning. This is the current resistance that we're watching, so that 71.29 point and above is acting as pretty solid medium-term resistance right now. So we'd want to see buyers reverse and break that to really signify that this current leg higher here has still got a bit more to go. We can just jump over to some of the early trade action in the SPX and the NASDAQ. We did see in the current out of hours a bit of a touch at new highs this morning there, and the same as well for the NASDAQ, a touch at new highs as well. So a little bit of bullish action going on in US stocks, indexes, but it's very early days being in the out of hours session, and we'll just have to give that time coming into the European session tonight to get a bit of a gauge on momentum, then a better idea in the US session tonight. Now from tomorrow we have a USD bank holiday. It'll be affecting exchanges and some liquidity on the US dollar. So the US will be observing President's Day. So, and with no real key data coming out tonight, traders will continue this to keep an eye on the coronavirus and any other influences that present during the day. So we hope you have a fantastic trading week and enjoy your trading day today. Until tomorrow, bye for now and good trading.